Our epistle reading this morning is from the book of Ephesians, chapter 3, verses 14 through 21. For this reason, I bow my knees before the Lord, from whom every family in heaven and on earth takes its name. I pray that, according to the riches of his glory, he may grant that you be strengthened in your inner being with power through his Spirit, and that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, as you are being rooted and grounded in love. I pray that you may have the power to comprehend, with all the saints, what is the breadth and length and height and depth, and to know the love of Christ that surpasses knowledge, so that you may be filled with all the fullness of God. Now to him who by the power at work within us is able to accomplish abundantly far more than all we can ask or imagine, to him be glory in the church and in Christ Jesus to all generations, forever and ever. Our Hebrew reading this morning is from the book of Genesis, chapter 37. Jacob settled in the land where his father had lived as an alien, the land of Canaan. This is the story of the family of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was shepherding the flock of his brothers. He was a helper to the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah, his father's wives, and Joseph brought a bad report of them to their father. Now Israel loved Joseph more than any of his other children, because he was the son of his old age, and he had made him a long robe with sleeves. But when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, they hated him and could not speak peaceably to him. Once Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him even more. He said to them, "Listen to this dream that I dreamed. There we were, binding sheaves in the field. Suddenly my sheaf rose and stood upright. Then your sheaves gathered around it and bowed down to my sheaf." His brothers said to him, "Are you indeed to reign over us? Are you indeed to have dominion over us?" So they hated him even more because of his dreams and his words. He had another dream and told it to his brothers, saying, "Look, I have had another dream. The sun, the moon, and 11 stars were bowing down to me." But when he told it to his father and to his brothers, his father rebuked him and said to him, "What kind of dream is this that you have had? Shall we indeed come, I and your mother and your brothers, and bow to the ground before you?" So his brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept the matter in mind. Now his brothers went to pasture their father's flock near Shechem. And Israel said to Joseph, "Are not your brothers pasturing the flock at Shechem? Come, I will send you to them." He answered, "Here I am." So he said to him, "Go now, see if it is well with your brothers and with the flock, and bring word back to me." So he sent him from the valley of Hebron. He came to Shechem, and a man found him wandering in the fields. The man asked him, "What are you seeking?" "I'm seeking my brothers," he said. "Tell me, please, where they are pasturing the flock." The man said, "They have gone away, for I heard them say, 'Let us go to Dothan.'" So Jesus went after his brothers and found them at Dothan. They saw him from a distance, and before he came near to them, they conspired to kill him. They said one to another, "Here comes this dreamer. Come now, let us kill him and throw him into one of the pits. Then we shall say that a wild animal has devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dreams." But when Reuben heard it, he delivered him out of their hands, saying, "Let us not take his life." Reuben said to them, "Shed no blood. Throw him into this pit here in the wilderness, but lay no hand on him, that he might rescue him out of their hand and restore him to his father." So when Joseph came to his brothers, they stripped him of his robe, a long robe with the sleeves that he wore, and they took him and threw him into a pit. The pit was empty, there was no water in it. Then they sat down to eat. And looking up, they saw a caravan of Ishmaelites coming from Gilead with their camels carrying gum, balm, and resin on their way to carry it down to Egypt. Then Judah said to his brothers, "What profit is it if we kill our brother and conceal his blood? Let us sell him to the Ishmaelites and not lay our hands on him, for he is our brother, our own flesh." And his brothers agreed. When some Midianite traders passed by, they drew Joseph up, lifting him out of the pits, and sold him to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. And they took Joseph to Egypt. When Reuben returned to the pit and saw that Joseph was not in the pit, he tore his clothes. He returned to his brothers and said, "The boy is gone, and where can I turn?" Then they took Joseph's robe, slaughtered a goat, and dipped the robe in the blood. They had the long robe with sleeves taken to their father, and they said, "This we have found. See now whether it is your son's robe or not." He recognized it and said, "It is my son's robe. A wild animal has devoured him." Joseph is with doubt torn to pieces. Then Jacob tore his garments and put sackcloth on his loins and mourned for his son many days. All his sons and all his daughters sought to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted and said, "No, I shall go down to Sheol to my son, mourning." Thus his father bewailed him. Meanwhile, the Midianites had sold him in Egypt to Potiphar, one of Pharaoh's officials, the captain of the guard. Here ends the reading. Thanks be to God.
The family of God should be perfect, right? Everything should be right in order, no messes. Everybody knows their role, they know what they should be doing, and we should all be nice to one another. Because God said what? Love thy neighbor as thyself, right? You know what? We got a problem though. You know what the problem is? Family of God is made up of humans. And as long as there's humans, there's going to be messes. Trouble. Yes, trouble. Here's the thing, though. With this story that we're about to follow, the story of Joseph, we're starting off right off the bat. They give us all the dirt, don't they? They started off, Joseph is an arrogant little twerp, right? Anybody have one of those in their family? The one who knows it all. Everybody should bow and kiss their feet. Nobody has one of those in their family? I have bad news for you. If you don't have one in your family, you're the one. Seriously though, he gets up and he starts telling him all these dreams, right? And he's got these big dreams about how these sheaves are all going to bow to his sheaf, and how the moon and the stars are going to bow to him. He even angers his father. Not that that's ever happens from a teenager, right? Get too big for their britches and tell their dad exactly what they think is going to happen, how their dad doesn't have a clue. But he has these dreams. But we get all the dirt on the family, too. Because the brothers go off and they don't do what they're supposed to do, and what does little Joseph do? He runs off and he tattles, right? Immediately runs to dad and gives a bad report. Then they get up. And they're out there, and Jacob sends them out to go check on the brothers. Who here knows about the informant in the family that you go and send out to look for the brothers and sisters? Because you know they're going to come back and tell you what they're doing. Right? Do we have those in this family? Tony's pointing at Zach. In every family, there are these roles. And as we start this, the brothers get together, and they're devious. They're mean. I mean, they get so mad at Joseph that they're going to kill him. Now, one of the brothers, having a little bit of heart, says, "Don't do that," right? But they even circumvent that, and they sell him off. So I want to challenge us today. Because I don't think we listen and look and observe our family as much as we should. Because we are a family, aren't we? We've got our matriarch, right? I could bring her up front, we could put her up, and we could do a whole family photo up here. And we've even got second, third cousins twice removed. We've got a family, and do we always play nice with one another? Do we? Do we smile at one another and wait until we have our backs turned sometimes? Oh yeah. We also dream big. And I want you guys to start to dream. See, because here's one of the problems with holding back with your dreams. God can always scale it back. That's not a problem. The bigger problem is getting you guys to dream. Okay? When we started talking in trustees about this wonderful fundraiser we just got done doing, it was, well, we got to come up with some ways to get the budget going. So, let's see if we can find somebody that will do matching funds, and we'll see if we can do something. We probably aren't going to get very far, but we'll try. And then somebody found somebody with matching funds, and then we started looking at some other stuff. Somebody got a little bit more excited. And here's the part that I absolutely love. You guys hit it and then some. You went well beyond what they ever expected was going to happen. But it started with somebody's dream. Just a little idea. So what are your dreams for this congregation, for this family? Anybody got any dreams? 7,000 kids in Sunday school every Sunday? That's a little much? We'd have to add on, huh? Well, that'd be dreaming kind of big, right? What are your dreams? If you could put aside all the money, okay, the trustees are going to hate me here. Put aside all the worries about money, having enough people, having enough of anything. What is your dream for this family? Put aside what everybody else is going to think. Right? Anybody here ever been thought like they were kind of crazy? Okay, at least there's one or two other people. You can't do that. They'll never do that. There is no way you're going to get Lois up there to dance the Sunday after PBS. But you know what? I'm going to guess Lois is going to get up there and dance for him. I've got a dream. I'm going to keep working on you. What if it happens, folks? What is it that God cannot do with this family? What is it that God cannot do in this family? Where did those dreams come from? And if it's the wrong dream, if you misinterpret the dream, guess what? We're going to talk more about that as we go along with this whole story of family. God has a way of working through things. But, anybody ever get discouraged with their family? You ever get discouraged when you come to church and you walk up and you start to do announcements and you look and this half of the church has all sorts of people and there are 6 people sitting on this side? The pastor's going, no energy, I don't know. I got this plan. Well, look. People filled in on that side. We got a relatively full boat here. I had nothing to do with that. You showed up. Why? Because God did something. You're here because God has done something. And you can get discouraged with family easily, can't you? I mean, children know what this is like. Ask that. Right? I wanna. Yeah, you wanna. Ain't gonna happen, but you wanna. Right? Ever get discouraged with your spouse? Ever get discouraged with that one brother who just doesn't ever help with the chores? Anybody have one of those? Growing up, I used to love doing dishes. Right? 3 children, think about yay big. Mom and Dad would say, go do the dishes. My job to wash. I start washing, and all of a sudden, One child would walk, use the restroom. 15 minutes later, that child would come back when we're two-thirds of the way through the dishes, and then the other one would disappear. You get discouraged. You're always doing the work. Anybody ever feel like they're always doing the work? Right? Always got to do the work. You ever feel like that with your church family? Do you ever feel like maybe you're the one who's not doing the work? Maybe you're the one that snuck off for 20 minutes and left it to everybody else? Maybe it's one of those things where I just haven't found anybody I really get along with in the church. I haven't found that family feeling yet. I'm waiting for somebody to come up and make me part of the family. I got news for you. You know how you become part of a family? Hey, hi, who are you? Mary, where do you live? What do you do? Hey, oh cool. You know, let's go do some stuff. Or I can sit there and wait. Pretty quiet over here, huh? I could probably sit here all day and I got a feeling Cecil is not going to introduce himself to me. Do you ever notice the beauty to a child? Zach, come here. Come up here. Hurry up. Please. I need your help. I'm here. I have something for you. The other one's coming. Come here, me too. You guys, hey. Stop crying. You're not even hurt. Here, watch. I promise you're not hurt. You do me a favor. If I give you this, what can you do with it? Now you're going to help. Take a piece of paper? No, I'm going to just leave them up there. You. Okay, you can go back if you want. Go ahead. What? You're really not making this any easier. Go ahead. Oh, you want the paper? That was what you're looking for. There. No, we can just let them sit. They each have a piece of paper. Piece of paper. They're going to be completely content up there. They have a piece of paper. How many of you would be content with just a piece of paper? A couple. They're going to start playing Godzilla, Transformers. They're going to start dreaming and having fun and playing. And they don't care about any of you and what you think about what they're about to do. Trust me, they have no care whatsoever about what you think. Because they don't care what I think. And they got to go home with it. They're just going to have fun. They're just going to play. They're just going to dream. And they're brothers. Okay? One had a bloody nose this morning because he was a zombie and the other one threw a book to fix the zombie. They're brothers. They fight. They don't get along. One puts toys away and the other one dumps them out as the other one's going through. If one has something, the other has to have something. Boy, does that sound like any other place you've ever heard of? Any other family you might know? But I want you to start today. to dream. Find out what it's like to be a kid again at heart. Put aside everything else you know. You've been given a piece of paper. What can I do with a piece of paper? You'd be amazed at what you can do with a piece of paper. Right? You've been given a family. You like everybody in the family? Do you even know everybody in the family? No? I didn't think so. But guess what? You can introduce yourself. You can start to talk about those dreams. And Tony's going to look at me and go, man, there is no way you're ever going to do as well as I am. He's probably right. But guess what? I can dream about it. I can hope. And I might even find some platform shoes that'll get me close. A ladder. Right? Notes. But as we start to dream and we start to work through all of those issues, now she's been fighting with them for how long, guys? You've listened to them all morning already, right? Play. I want you to start playing. And I want you to start dreaming about what is next for this congregation and family. Because do you know where this congregation and family goes next? It starts with showing them and them what family means. Coming together and playing. You don't like that second song, the one we're going to do at the end. I can see it. Because even the clapping was, I'm not sure I want to do that. No, I get it. We got some technical issues. I got to work on the sound thing. But the kids are going to love it. Did you ever do something because kids love it? Lois, can you stand up for me? You put your right foot in. Put your right foot out. Put your right foot in. She's going to be up there by Sunday afternoon. It's embarrassing. She was the only one doing the hokey pokey. Where were the rest of them? And encouraging her. Coming from the son that probably gave her less. We won't even go there. Dare to dream. Dare to play. Become part of the family. And dream big. Don't dream small. Every teacher here knows what happens if you set the bar here for a child. They'll get to there, right? If you set that bar here, they'll get to it and they'll exceed it. Welcome, children of God. We set a bar, you exceeded it. We set another bar, you exceeded that. I'm waiting to find out where we're at the end of the day. Just to see where we got to. And to see where we go from here. As a family. A ragtag group of people who don't always get along. We're going to fight like cats and dogs sometimes. We're going to play and be quiet and have a blast. Why did we say that in 2 days, guys? And can do so with very, very little. Something as simple as a piece of paper. Dream. Dream